hello, good morning, good afternoon, and early good afternoon, and wishing you all Eid Mubarak. I'm here to chat with you all about Daddy, about Eid, and I've got something very special coming up for you all today through this chat, and really glad to be here at the Facebook office. We're going live from here. It's an incredible office. I've just done a tour around here, but check this out first. We had a lot of questions out there for me, and we're going to have a nice chat here. I'm here with you guys for a while.
1970 में मुंबई की टेक्सटाइल मिल्स में ताला लग गया। इसकी वजह से लाखों मजदूर बेरोजगार हो गए। भूखमरी फैल गई और तनाव बढ़ गया। दगड़ी चौल में रहने वाले मजदूर अंडरवर्ल्ड की लपेट में आने लग गए। ऐसे ही बनी मुंबई की खतरनाक गैंग, PRA गैंग। बाबू, रमा,
तुम्हें देखा क्या रे कभी इसको? मगध ना कहला।
और अरुण, जो अलग ही मिट्टी का बना था। ये कहानी इसी की है।
ये गोदी का एरिया अपना है।
भाई को कौन समझाएगा?
उसको जाके बोल, हमारे लिए, उसके लिए।
वो तो मेरे को रिटायर भी नहीं होने दे रहा है।
इसकी पुरानी केसेस रीओपन करो।
चोर से चोरी किया।
सिर्फ चोरी नहीं, खून किया।
उसने दगड़ी को अपना किला बनाया। उसको लगता है गांधी टोपी पहनने से आदमी गांधी बन जाता है।
मैं भगोड़ा नहीं, ये मेरा देश छोड़ के नहीं भागने वाला।
आप पर जो चार्जेस लगाए गए हैं उनके बारे में आपको कुछ कहना है क्या?
मैं निर्दोषी। Hello, we are back and we are live here from the Facebook headquarters in Mumbai, and it's really truly an amazing office. They've showed me around. It's been great, and I'm seeing your wonderful comments out there. So come on, let's get this going. So did you like the trailer? I can see you guys are really enjoyed it. Thank you, Jyoti, Firdos, hello in Singapore, and once again Eid Mubarak, yes, to all of you, and may you all enjoy all the festivities. I was in Muhammad Ali Road just the other night where I went to eat some food, and unfortunately I couldn't get out of my car because there were so many people out there who didn't let me get out of my car, so I missed all the great mithais from Zamzam, which my director went and got for me later. So it was lots of fun. So come on, let's get some questions out there.
Well, firstly, Arjun, welcome to the Facebook office, and welcome to Facebook Bandstand. This is your first time here shooting live with us. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I think only you guys could have pulled me out on Eid to come here, and of course, bring to the fans what we've got today, which is something really special and goes perfectly with the occasion. We're going to be launching our song on Facebook today. It's a Qawwali, it's a Eid Qawwali, it's a Eid special, and I thought it would be perfect it's our gift from Daddy film, our whole team, to all the audiences.
Perfect. So I think before we get to that and give fans the little Eid special gift that you've got, let's talk about Daddy. And because we just saw the trailer and it looks fantastic, the reviews that we're getting from the trailer, it's amazing. This is the first time people have seen you in such an avatar. So can you just tell us a little bit about this character that you're playing and this unique biopic that you're a part of?
So Daddy is a biopic, for those people who do not know, who are not familiar with, is a biopic on a gangster who turned into a politician. His name was Arjun Rampal. He ended up being the nemesis to one of the biggest gangsters of India, who's absconding right now. And he was the only one who did not leave. He battled it out with the gangsters in India and in Mumbai. He spent more than half his life in jail. And what was really intriguing about him was that when I came across him and his subject, was that most people, when you see them like dons or gangsters or whatever, are called bhai or are called dons or called, you know, dadas. You give them those kind of names. He's called Daddy, and I was really intrigued as to why is he called Daddy. And then we went to Dabli Chaul, which is an area where he comes from, which is an area of Chinchpokli. It's called the Republic of Chinchpokli, which he had created into his fortress. He never stepped out of that space because he was not as big as his enemies who were around. So he created this area to be his fortress. He operated out of there, and that's the world you will get to see, which I think you get a few snippets of it within the trailer as well, you know, of the Chaul and what Dagri Chaul really was. And from there he used to operate. There he created a huge following where he helped a lot of people, which you will see in the film as well, you know, and he created this aura about him where people started to call him Daddy, which was like, he took care of, got them water, got them, you know, he took care of that whole area. And yeah, he became very, very respectable. After that, when he came out of jail and served his time and everything, he decided that he wanted to work for the people, and that's why he joined and engaged himself into politics. And what happens beyond that is what you have to go and see in the film.
Very interesting. You know, so this is very unlike you from what we've seen in the trailer and from, you know, the posters and everything. From the first look itself, I think this is very unlike what an Arjun Rampal film is supposed to be.
Really? What is an Arjun Rampal film supposed to be?
Again, I mean, it's a very dark, it's a very gritty, you know, looking film. It's not something
Everybody
that your fans...
complains that I do too many dark films. That I should smile a lot more in my movies, and I should be happy and should be dancing a little more. But no, I like realistic films. I like drama. I like to, you know, have characters which are layered. I don't think there is anything which is good or bad, really, honestly, as a person. I think there are good qualities in us and there are bad qualities in us. Sometimes those bad qualities are good for people. Sometimes those good qualities are bad for people, you know. So there is, I think, to people who bring out the best in you is what one should kind of look at, you know, to look and to go within yourself and to find what are your qualities which are good in you, recognize them, and have surroundings around you which help you to recognize your good qualities and bring them to the forefront is what's important. So similarly, I think I like to choose characters which have both in them, you know, which have a lot of good and bad, what people think are bad, but then try to show that not necessarily everything that looks bad, which you will get to see through this film as well, is actually bad. Because what if you do bad things but you help a lot of people? Are you a good person or a bad person? You know, you have to ask yourself that kind of a question. What if I killed somebody? By killing that person, actually millions of lives became much better. So was that person a good person or a bad person? Yes, you can't take law into your own hands. That's the bad part of it. But what about people who do things legally but only benefit themselves and nobody else? Are those people good people or bad people? So these are the kind of conversations I think one can have, and not only watching this film but watching all my films is what I like to do, is engage my audience to come and ask questions, you know, and not leave their brains at home, okay, but bring their brains and their whole anatomy intact.
Alright. A very interesting question comes to mind, and it's a two-part question, I would say. So, you know, the posters say something like he's the only one who didn't run, and when you see the trailer ends and he claims that he is still innocent. So, you know, what about that, if you want to share some light on that?
Yeah, so the only one who didn't run, because obviously everybody ran away. Everybody who came from this world, a lot of you must be very, very young, who don't know about what the Mumbai underworld really was. It basically started during the early 80s, you know, where it started, and then it kind of peaked in the 90s, and by 95 it was like, you know, 1995 it was like all over you. And I remember I was in Mumbai at that time as well, and certain areas you just could not go into. The areas of Parel and, you know, Agdipada, Nagpada, you know, which were areas of Arun Gawli, Dawood Ibrahim, you know, Chota Rajan, all these people. Now, all these guys kind of, when Tada came into play, all these people ran away. Most people fled and were given tips that Tada is going to be announced, and they left. Arun Gawli was the only guy who didn't leave, and the only one who didn't run. Got arrested under Tada, was one of the first gangsters to get arrested under Tada, and was taken in. He served his time, was then finally let go, and he was innocent. Okay, in that case, so he got free. He came back out and started working for the people. When I asked him that, you know, how come you didn't leave like the rest of them, and he said, no, I mean, this is my country and I wouldn't leave it. And that's why we got the tagline from, which was like the only one who didn't run, because actually everybody ran, have been caught and brought back. But this guy didn't run. He served his time, you know, did his time in jail, and that was it.
Amazing. All right. Well, coming to a lighter note, Eid is Eid is today. In fact, not around the corner. Eid is today, and we saw the little video that you posted where, you know, you caused a little frenzy trying to, you know, go and enjoy Eid with the masses. What are your plans for Eid?
Well, my plan is today to celebrate Eid with all of you. Today, this is the plan for Eid, and we've got a wonderful song which is done by Sajid Wajid, who've done the song for Eid, and I would like to give it to you all as a gift from Daddy. तो Daddy की तरफ से आप सबको ईद मुबारक, अर्जुन की तरफ से आप सबको ईद मुबारक, Facebook की तरफ से आप सबको ईद मुबारक, and have a wonderful Eid, lots of celebrations, and I hope you enjoy the song.
कल ईद है, जाना नहीं कहीं।
मालूम है।
मुबारक ईद मुबारक है, जश्न ईद मुबारक है, जश्न वाला दिन है, जश्न वाली रात, यारों की हो रही है, यारों से मुलाकात। मुबारक ईद मुबारक है, सबको ईद मुबारक। मुबारक ईद मुबारक है, सबको ईद मुबारक। बात कर ईद की है, इससे बढ़कर ईद क्या होगी? बात कर ईद की है, इससे बढ़कर ईद क्या होगी? हमारी ईद से बढ़कर किसी की ईद क्या होगी? मुबारक ईद मुबारक है, जश्न ईद मुबारक, मुबारक ईद मुबारक है, सबको ईद मुबारक।
3, 2, and we're back.
Okay, I'm reading a lot of your things. Thank you for all those who are loving it. And somebody asked me, am I from ISIS? No, I'm not from ISIS. And that's a really stupid question. You know, I mean, the whole idea about Arun Gawli is why you do a film like this. A lot of people think that, you know, and it's correct to think like that. Even I thought like that. So let me just clear your minds. Like, do we glamorize people who have come from the world of the underworld, or who have been, you know, in the world of crime? It was very consciously, I didn't want to make a propaganda film. It was not about celebrating that thing. It is about going out there and showing you the world how it is. Okay, I don't belong to that world. A lot of you don't belong to the world. People who get dragged into a world like that, it's our responsibility also to know why do people go down that lane. Also, the other thing which we talk about through the whole film is that sometimes you go down a wrong path, okay, and you look for a second chance, and you want to get that second chance, and you do want to reform. But do we as society really allow people to change? And that's what we need to do. That's something which we need to understand within ourselves. And that's by being more forgiving, by being more understanding, and maybe trusting. And maybe we are wrong. Maybe we are wrong to trust as well. But to give a second chance and to give hope, I think hope is something the whole world, you know, is the foundation of the world. foundation of your existence, my existence, everybody, is we hope for a better day tomorrow. You know, we hope for terrorism not to be there. We hope for violence not to be there. We hope to live in a peaceful environment. And that's the reason why you also make films. You know, so I think hopefully Daddy will be a film which will kind of show you why people go through that world, what makes them like that, and are we as society just audience and looking at it from the outside and making opinions but doing nothing about it. So you are very passive, but can you actively go in there and change something? I think that becomes a purpose then.
Interesting. So one quick question, Arjun. So you're not just acting and producing Daddy, you've also co-written the script, in fact.
Yeah.
So just talking about meaningful cinema, why is this story so important for people to know? Like, why is the story of Arjun Rampal, important for people to know about?
It's just intriguing, you know. I think I was really intrigued. Today, the whole... unfortunately, my director isn't here today. He was supposed to be part of it, but he would have really explained it to you nicely, but he's sick. I think he ate too many sweets from Ahmad Ali Road. The thing is to say who is really the real culprit here. You know, is the guy who's the real culprit? Like what happened when Gauli came in? There was the mill lands, which is in the whole Parel area of Mumbai, okay, which had gone on strike, which you see in the trailer as well. A lot of people got unemployed, and that land was just lying there. After a point, you know, politicians came in, got people like Arun Gauli and everybody involved to clear out those lands. What happened out there? Buildings were made, all of that was made. So who's the culprit? The guy who's buying the building? The builder? The politician? Or is it Arun Gauli? You know, at the end of the day, everybody is kind of interlinked and connected out here. So I think that's what's important to see. You know, and I think as a consumer and as a person who's going to come and see a film like this, you're going to see what that world was and how it came about. And today when you go shopping in those malls, what was there before that, you know? So you will get to see all those aspects of Mumbai, familiarize yourself more, because this is a history of Mumbai that did exist. It is real, it is true, it did happen, and somewhere it does also coexist today as well. So we need to know about that. I think a lot of youngsters, as I said, who weren't a part of the 90s or the 80s would have no clue about this. And it's important to refresh everybody's minds as to what this world was really about.
Let's take some fan questions.
Yeah, let's do some fun questions.
Awesome. So Patri Sri Lakshmi wants to know, tell me something about the look of Daddy. So I think this question also comes to you, what kind of work did you have to put in for the transformation for the role?
So it was 7 hours of makeup every day in my trailer. So if we were shooting at 9 a.m, I had to be on set at around about 1 a.m. and I would sit on my chair. And we had these wonderful makeup artists from Italy, Simone and Ariana and Sergio, who came and they would start putting these pieces onto my face, and I'd be fast asleep on that chair, and when I'd wake up, I would be Daddy.
Interesting. There's an interesting question from Christine. She wants to know, is this your favorite movie so far as challenge? I'm guessing
Hi
this is the
Christine,
most
how are you
challenging.
doing? Yeah, I think it's the most challenging part I've played. It has been extremely challenging because I've also produced it. So, and my director really gets into the detailing of things, so which is great for the film. So it was really a production-heavy film as well, but at the same time, to play a true character is the first time I'm playing one, and it was very important to get really into the skin of that character. So I think it is the toughest part that I've played so far.
A lot of positive comments, about the look of the film, about your look, and how just the trailer pans out.
Yeah.
What's been some of your best, moments from reading, like just fan comments, or just like your friends telling you about how amazing the film looks and how excited they are?
Yeah, it's been great. The reactions to the trailer, the reactions to the look have been phenomenal. In fact, I was in Dagdi Chawl once. I was shooting there. And Daddy also was out on parole at that time, and we were doing a small shoot there, and I was sitting on the chair and he'd gone inside, the house, and suddenly his brother-in-law has come and touched my feet. Okay, it was thinking that I'm daddy. So I think that was a big compliment there and then. And it kind of freaked me out as well, because you don't really think, you kind of forget that you've got all this makeup on your face. But it was amazing. It's been a great reaction. I just hope the film also satisfies people as much as all this, the trailers and all, has created intrigue. I hope the film also, justifies it.
A very interesting story out in the newspapers today, in fact. So the song that we just played, Eid Mubarak, composed by Sajid Wajid, I think beautiful composition, fits perfectly for today. Very interesting story attached with it is that a bunch of musicians that helped compose the song are musicians from the 70s, in fact. And of course there's like a story that goes along with it, so do you want to please tell fans about that?
Yeah, so this song which is there, which I hope you all have liked, Eid Mubarak, is a composition of Sajid Wajid. Oshim, the film goes through different periods. This is set in around about the 80s, 70s, 80s, late 70s, early 80s, and therefore we wanted to get all the musicians from that time. So there's a banjo player who played in Amar Akbar Anthony. He's one of the best banjo players. There's a harmonium player, there's a tabla player with a gungru, All these people have worked in that era and that time, and it was incredible to get them all into a studio together again and mix a song which is live. Because nowadays most songs are done on keyboards or on programs or whatever, and the whole sound becomes very digital. We really wanted a more analog sound, a more wholesome sound, live instrumentation, and that's what was really, really amazing about it. So when you hear the song properly, you will listen for all of them. It was really nice moment, because all of them, when they came together also, they got really nostalgic. In fact, they got like quite teary-eyed and everything, because unfortunately, because we do a lot of programming, these people who play live instruments and true, real musicians don't get work, and it was really amazing to get them all back into a studio and get that sound.
I think that's amazing. There's this question from Jaishina, a lighter question in fact. Would you like to act in fantasy fiction movies? Like
I'd love to do a nice fantasy fiction film like Pirates of the Caribbean.
There's a special request for you to be in a vampire movie.
A vampire movie, okay.
They've not really made one in India, have they?
No. Actually, that's not a bad idea. If you have a good vampire script, please send me one.
Awesome. If you would like to just take a few fan names and say hi to them, wish them Eid.
Hi Raman. Okay, James Bond film for me, thank you. Khushbu, how are you doing? Munis Farshad has said, would like to know the technicians behind this craft, DOP, sound editor. So the DOP is this girl, Jessica Lee. She was a female DOP from Canada, and the editor is Deepa. I've had a lot of women on my set making a gangster film. So, Eid Mubarak to you also, Indan. Garima, love you too. Khushbu, hi. Hi Jayasena Pratibha. Yes, I noticed you. And there is Mahua Biswas, hello. Okay. Jayasena, you're filling up everything. Okay, big kiss back to you. Noor Khan, Eid Mubarak. Khushbu, Eid Mubarak. Batrai Aman, Eid Mubarak to you too. Thank you, Rohan. I try to play different roles, and I'm glad you think I'm a great actor. You have good taste.
So basically, love pouring in from all over the country. I think fans just would love to say hi to you. And
so hello to all of you. Bojana Blue Jeans from Slovenia. Hello. Meera Chakma. Thank you. Go and watch the movie first day, first show, okay? Munira Ali, Eid Mubarak. Rais Khan, Eid Mubarak. And then there's Josephine Devi. Hi, great to. I can't see you, but hi, great to read you. Are there plans to release Daddy in Germany? Tommy Bach. Yes, we're going to definitely try to release Daddy in Germany, and I know people would love to see it there. In fact, I want to release the Daddy in Brazil as well because it's very similar, our cultures. Shruti Kumar, how are you doing? And kisses back to you, Maeva. And
one very important question which I think you should answer because I think fans who are watching would love to know this. Eve Zahir wants to know, when is the movie out in theatres?
Who is this?
Because Eve Zahir.
Eve Zahir, it's mentioned at the end of the trailer. It's on the 21st of July that we're going to be releasing the film.
21st of July is when we stand outside the theatres and just...
Let's hope so.
Yes. Awesome.
Raman Kochar, love you too. Mansi, love you. How difficult was it to get a Marathi accent for Daddy? You know what happened was that I also co-wrote this film, so I met a lot of people who worked with Daddy, and I used to sit with them and I used to just listen to them, and I think it just kind of came into my wo zuban pe lag jati hai baat. So that's what happened, and the language that they use is amazing, you know, and the way they talk and describe things is amazing. So yeah, I hope I've got it right.
Do you think we can put you on a spot and ask you to do like at least one line like your character? Could be anything. Maybe you can just like give a message to your fans in Hindi, Marathi.
So basically, if I had to do something and say it like, I don't know, you're really putting me on a spot. Okay, but yeah, I would say, अच्छा सफाई किया तुम लोगों ने, तेरे को मालूम है तेरे को चमकाया क्यों? क्योंकि तेरे को मार के कुछ फायदा नहीं, तेरे को मकसूदी ठोक देगा, नहीं तो पुलिस ठोक देगी। अभी जाके बोल उसको, हमारे लिए उसके लिए।
Amazing.
Okay, God bless. Eid Mubarak. It was lovely being here with you all. Thanks for tuning in on Eid. Now go enjoy it with your family, friends, celebrate. God bless, and see you on the 21st of July in theatres, close or far away from you.